Today's episode is brought to you by Raycon.
Head on over to buyraycon.com/rogue and get 15% off your first order. They're earbuds.
They're great.
They make music or talk. They make talk. Where do we go in 2020? What do you want to do?
I want to engineer a virus.
Cool boy, Jason Murphy. These are crazy times. Right now we are in the middle of a full-on pandemic. We are practicing social distancing, which I didn't really grasp how important it was until I read that article on the Washington Post. Did you read that?
I haven't completed it, but they had a lot of moving pictures, and so that pretty much ensures that I'll give it another look.
What I liked about it is that it broke down like, look, we get it. Sick person infects other healthy people, everyone becomes sick. Then it says, but eventually people get better. So you have sick people, everyone gets sick, and then everybody gets better. What we want to avoid is sick people infecting everybody being sick at the exact same time and overwhelming the system and then getting better. So they had one simulation that looked like the Wuhan situation where it started with a strict quarantine, but eventually broke and eventually everybody got sick. But at no point did everybody get sick at the exact same time. Then they ran a simulation of what they called social distancing, which is what we are illustrating right now, which is some number of people don't move. Other people, of course, go about their day. And yes, eventually everybody gets sick. Yes, eventually everybody gets better. But at no point does the system get overwhelmed. This is where that hashtag flatten the curve comes from. The idea is, yes, look, it's an alien force that's going to infect us all. Let's just make sure it doesn't happen all at the same time.
Well, fortunately, Modern Rogue has been preparing for disaster scenarios for quite a while.
Yes,
We're
also
good.
Very isolationist. I unironically had the thought, it's a good time to own a cult compound.
Yeah, and that brings us to all the crazy things that people do. There's not a lot of really solid information out there, and so people are picking up rumors and innuendo, things they hear on the poop-filled bathtub that is the internet. And so people are panic buying. They're hoarding things like toilet paper and masks and other necessities like hand sanitizer.
Yeah, dude, this is part of being a modern rogue, is realizing what you don't want is hand sanitizers. What you want is clean hands. And of course, the CDC is very specific on this. They say you should use soap and water, 30 seconds, sing happy birthday, get all the cracks and crevices, and then also use hand sanitizer. But what is hand sanitizer?
Hand sanitizer is not super complicated. The most important thing there is the alcohol, and that is what denatures the proteins to kill all of the bad little things that might be crawling around on surfaces and on your hands.
Yeah, but how much alcohol? Because there was a rumor running around that Tito's vodka would clean everything, and Tito's had to put a big public announcement out saying, no, our vodka, which you are supposed to drink, is not strong enough to kill any viruses on your hands. Stop using it that way.
Hand sanitizers on the market go anywhere from like 40% alcohol to 95%. For safety's sake, you're going to want something that has at least 70%.
And that's the important part. If the alcohol is the important active ingredient, you can get alcohol places other than hand sanitizers. For example, this clearly not fit for human consumption concoction.
Yeah, this is Everclear. It's 190 proof. That is 95% ethyl alcohol.
And again, this is not ideal, but if you can't get your hand... Oh, we didn't even talk about the price gouging that's going on.
Right. I found one thing of just normal hand sanitizer. It's actually a 12-pack for $116, and these were only 8-ounce containers.
Meanwhile, we got some aloe vera gel, which is often the substrate used for a lot of these, and the Everclear. Aloe vera gel, what, about $8? And then the Everclear was how much?
It was about $39.
Okay, great. So we can make an awful lot of hand sanitizer. What's the ratio that we want?
I generally tend to trust Popular Science. They've got a ratio on here that's 1 cup of alcohol to half a cup of aloe vera.
We are going by, I guess, volume, not by mass on this then.
Correct.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and do 2 cups because that'll be easier to measure. Okay, so I got about 2 cups of Everclear and then 1 cup of this aloe vera gel.
That's right. And some people recommend you can also add like 15 drops of tea tree oil, which is an antibacterial essential oil, or another essential oil to make it smell a little better. But really what you want is the aloe vera to keep your hands from drying out and the alcohol to kill all the bad stuff.
As a matter of fact, looking at the actual ingredients on this hand sanitizer, it ain't rocket science. It's pretty much aloe vera and booze.
It's real simple. Don't drink hand sanitizer.
Oh, Jesus
I'm just going to tell you
Christ.
that right now. Don't drink it.
I'm so sad to admit that's what surprised me on the Wikipedia. It says that it's never mind. We're not talking about that. Never mind. All right. I've got about 2 cups of Everclear and 3 cups of aloe vera. Just mix well, I guess.
Well, it's supposed to be 1 cup of aloe vera?
Yes. Oh, sorry. 3 cups total. Two cups Everclear,
Okay.
1 cup aloe vera. Okay, so what are the safety concerns while you're making this stuff?
Crazy flammable.
Yeah, alcohol tends to do that. In fact, here, let's just to test because science. Oh, I don't even want a flame near this. I'm just gonna squirt a little bit of this in here, and we got a fire extinguisher. That'll be fine.
Careful.
Yep. And it's that dangerous flame where you can see that it's actually burning, but it's burning really dim blue, so you can't even tell. It's only when you put something in, it's like that invisible flame. Look at this. It's gonna start to burn this wood. Isn't that wild?
Oh, wow.
So that's regular hand sanitizer. How do I put that out? I should put a cup on a cup. So we'll smother that out.
And that was the regular, like, off-the-shelf hand sanitizer?
Yeah. So I guess it's nothing that, boy, it's hard to even tell if it's going. Yeah, it's definitely done. Wow, I didn't realize how nasty real sanitizer was. Okay, now I'm gonna put in just a little bit of our homegrown stuff, and I bet it looks exactly the same. Whoop, ooh, that's a lot.
You mix a little thermite in there, Brian.
I didn't know.
It'll burn even better.
This is the real reason you're working remote? This has nothing to do with the virus? Is it going? Oh, yep, that's going. Look at that. And again, you can't even see it.
Yeah, you've got to be really careful because you could have an out-of-control fire in your work area and
you
not
wouldn't even know
realize it.
Yeah, look at that. So I just set the skewer over it, and you can see it's already singeing it on the bottom. Everything's about to burst into flames here. Oof.
There it is.
And so, of course, you don't want to use water on that kind of fire. You want to choke it out using a chemical fire extinguisher or by smothering it. I think we got it. Turns out it's still burning. No, we're good. Okay, all right. Yeah, so nothing to mess around with. This is sanitation of last resort, for sure. This is very liquidy. I don't know. We'll see.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, it's pouring straight. Oh no, I guess it's enough of a gel.
I mean, you can always play with the mix, but the problem is if you get too much aloe vera and not enough alcohol, it's not going to be effective enough. If you get too much alcohol, it'll start evaporating and won't be effective enough.
Yeah, but at this point, we're pretty sure that we are over that 70% threshold. So I guess I'll just try it.
You gonna self-apply?
Yeah.
Are you gonna test our experiment on yourself? Irresponsible science!
All right, here we go. So my question, I wonder if it's gonna, how long it takes to dry compared to regular old.
How does it feel? Does it feel good?
It actually does. Yeah, I got to admit, I thought that this was gonna stink and be nasty, but I can't smell anything. It takes very little time. I put a lot on my hands, and in under 20 seconds, maybe 25 seconds, it's already drying, and that aloe vera is making everything feel kind of like baby soft smooth.
Nice! Now keep in mind that this is a last-ditch effort. This is not something that you should use to replace actually washing your hands.
Right. Or actual sanitizer off the shelf. I mean, if you can get a hold of it, then get a hold of it. But I mean, these are weird times we're living in, man. If you can't get a hold of it, it seems like this'll do as well as anything else. When the crap really hits the fan, I'd be curious to know how much money we would be saving by making our own versus the price gouging versions of this.
I would be curious to see how much money we would be making by selling the homegrown version. Available now on my website. Go to www.imgonagougeyour.com. Phrasing. That sounded bad.
Please don't go there. Not safe for work. Not safe for work.
That's
all right, do us a favor, guys.
I need to come up with a new URL. That one needs work.
All right, look, how do I turn you off? There we go. We'll do that. And then you guys stay safe. Wash your hands. Be good. We'll see you.
Brian, I've been going through boxes in my home, getting rid of old electronics, and there was this
Giant box set of Melissa Etheridge albums, and you were thinking about how she is such a fan of Raycons.
That's the first thing that came to my mind.
Yeah, dude.
The second thing that came to my mind was all of the wires that were all tangled around my Melissa Etheridge
Around
box
your
set.
window, and you found yourself saying, come to my window, take these wires out,
Come,
and
Raycon.
let me have the Bluetooth ease that comes with your everyday E25 Raycon earbuds.
Yes, they've got 6 hours of battery life, more bass, and they're super affordable. I am indebted to Melissa Etheridge on a number of levels, but mostly for her recommendation.
Yes, exactly.
Of
Because
Raycon.
she's obsessed with Raycons. Good enough for Melissa, good enough for us.
That's
and that's
right.
why you should head on over to buyraycon.com/row. Get 15% off our favorite earbuds. They're super comfortable. I even sleep in mine, and they don't break the bank, so you're not totally worried about losing a pair. You could buy several Raycons before you even approach the price of the dumb, overpriced other guys.
Go to buyraycon.com/rogue and get 15% off of these wonderful earbuds. Now, be like Melissa Etheridge. You know you've always wanted to. Now's your chance.
Ooh boy, crazy times, gang. Do me a favor, don't just sit there hitting F5 refreshing on the news. You're gonna spin yourself up and go crazy. Learn some stuff. As a matter of fact, our friend Brian Dunning over at Skeptoid made 700 episodes of his show available totally free. And of course, we have 800 plus episodes over at youtube.com/scamschool. You can learn some magic. So when we do get to go back out in the sunshine and meet each other and hang out, you can win free beers. Be the life of the party.